What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tech. First of all, thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So, today we'll be doing the ultimate comparison between the OnePlus 11R versus the Xiaomi 12 Pro. Right now, इन दोनों का price almost same है, and they're kind of the second best offering from their respective smartphone companies, at least in India. So आज हम एक complete review करने वाले हैं इन दोनों का, complete comparison करने वाले हैं इन दोनों का. So hopefully after watching this video you don't need to go anywhere else to compare these two, and if you're planning to buy one of these two, at least hopefully this video can help you. Before we start the comparison, I must tell you that इस वीडियो को बनाने के लिए काफ़ी सारा मेहनत और टाइम लगा है. So I would highly appreciate if you can subscribe to the channel and like the video, and if possible please share it across as well. So yeah, now let's start. Let's talk about the boxes here. Xiaomi comes in this classic black box, and the OnePlus comes in their trademark red box. And the Xiaomi doesn't include any sort of silicone case, but OnePlus does include a silicone case for your smartphone. Both of these boxes do include a charging brick. Xiaomi includes a 120 watt brick and OnePlus includes a 100 watt brick, and also a USB to USB-C cable as well. Let's talk about look and feel of these smartphone. दोनों smartphone काफ़ी premium लगते हैं when you hold them. They both have pretty similar design pattern. अब thickness, thinness, height, weight जो भी बोलो, I'm pretty sure they both are same. They got this nice metal rail going across the body. दोनों का, as I said, that metal rail design is also pretty similar. There are a couple of ways in which they differ. One of the thing is this, obviously this camera bump, as you can see. The Xiaomi got more like a vertical setup, and this OnePlus has got this nice circular setup. And also आपको OnePlus में एक additional slider button मिल जाएगा right side में. You got your power button on the right side and you got your volume rockers on the left side. And in your Xiaomi you got everything on your right side. Power, वॉल्यूम रॉकर दोनों एक ही साइड में, एंड यू गॉट नो एडिशनल बटन्स. Xiaomi का एक और एडवांटेज है, इट्स गॉट दिस ड्यूअल स्पीकर सेटअप, बोथ वन ऑन टॉप एंड वन ऑन द बॉटम. एंड OnePlus में आपके पास एक ही स्पीकर है विच इज़ बॉटम फेसिंग. एंड द अदर थिंग व्हाट आई नोटिस्ड इज़ कि OnePlus इज़ बेसिकली प्लास्टिक ऑन द रेयर. ठीक है, it's not really that bad or it's not that great as well, but Xiaomi's got this nice cloth like texture on the back which makes it a bit bit nice to hold. So that's that. I think Xiaomi kind of takes a bit edge on this, but yeah, one more thing, they both have this circular edge display on both the sides, so दोनों फ़ोन काफ़ी slippery है. Regardless which one you buy, you will have to put a case on that for sure. Case and a screen guard are mandatory because phone are very slippery. Let's talk about the display. The Xiaomi has a 6.73-inch LTPO AMOLED display which does go up to 120 Hz. Since it's LTPO, which basically means it can go from 10 Hz to 120 Hz based on the kind of content you are consuming. Since it is Quad HD, you get a PPI of 551, and also the brightness peaks at 1500 nits, which is plenty enough for any sunny day. On the other hand, the OnePlus has a 120 Hz 6.7-inch fluid AMOLED display, and it does peaks at 1450 nits, which is again plenty enough for any sunny day. I used both of them in bright sunlight and I had no issues whatsoever, so that won't be a problem. Since it is a full HD display, you get a PPI of 400 and close to 450 PPIs. The screen to body ratio on both of these smartphone is around 90%, which is good. And also there is no, they're quite symmetrical. There is no the top notch being large or the bottom being large, nothing like that. This is, the displays are completely symmetrical, so that's quite nice. And also, as I said, these are curved display on both the sides. Now let's talk about the processor and performance. So under the hood, the 12 Pro has the 8 Gen 1 chip, and the 11R has got the 8 Plus Gen 1 chip. On the paper, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chip is slightly faster and more powerful than the 8 Gen 1 chip. So according to the AnTuTu benchmark, it performs slightly 9% better than the 8 Gen 1 chip. But the OnePlus really has a great advantage. Basically, it has 16 gigabytes of RAM, whereas this has 12 gigabytes of RAM. So combined with the 16 gigabytes of RAM and the 8 Plus Gen 1 chip, it does slightly performs better than this one. The apps load a bit more faster, the camera opens a bit more faster. If you drill down to the T, I think gaming also feels slightly more better on the OnePlus as compared to the Xiaomi 12 Pro. I do not have a 8GB variant to compare with these. I got the 16-256 for OnePlus and 12-256 for the Xiaomi. Whenever you're making a switch from, let's say, 12 to 256, you might not really see that much of a performance difference in your day-to-day life. But let's say if you're switching from 8 to 12 or 8 to 16, you do feel that difference in performance. Definitely additional RAM does help, and the OnePlus definitely does take benefit of that additional RAM and slightly faster processor. Now talking about the camera, I am kind of a camera nerd myself, so मैंने camera के लिए एक separate comparison video बना दिया है, which you will probably get somewhere in the I section or in the comment section, because I'm uploading both the videos at the same time. So yeah, अगर आपको camera comparison देखना है, so make sure you check that video also. Let's talk about the battery. The Xiaomi has a 4600 mAh battery, whereas the OnePlus has a 5000 mAh battery. But the Xiaomi has 50 watt wireless charging support as well as 10 watt reverse charging as well, and you don't get to see that in the OnePlus 11R. However, the major difference is in the charging speed. The Xiaomi literally takes, for charging 0 to 100%, this literally takes under 25 minutes, whereas this one takes close to 35 minutes. Also, you need to remember that this is slightly smaller battery, and also the charging brick which comes with this is 120 watt, whereas this one is 100 watt charging brick with 400 mAh extra to charge. So obviously the 35 minutes is justifiable in this case. If I have to talk about the battery life, the Xiaomi kind of has a average battery life. I get close to 5.5 hours of screen on time. I do have to constantly charge it at the end of the day, even though my usage is not that heavy. However, the OnePlus, it does give you a better battery life than the Xiaomi for sure. It easily lasts me the whole day. I get close to 6.5 hours with the casual usage, and also at the end of the day I will be remaining with, let's say, 20% battery life. So that when it comes to battery life, I think this is very good as compared to the Xiaomi for sure. However, they both do drain quite fast if you use your SIM card network quite often to download videos. Streaming is fine, but if you download, they do drain batteries quite fast, and also if you use your smartphone hotspot, also the battery will drain faster. If you enable 120 Hz display and also the Quad HD, then you will easily lose 30 to 40% battery life on the Xiaomi. So I kind of have set it to Full HD plus close to 90 Hz. So that's where I get my optimal performance. The OnePlus already is capped at Full HD, and I set the refresh rate to 90 Hz. That's kind of where I get my optimal performance from this. So definitely when it comes to battery, the OnePlus wins it. Talking about the software, this one is running the latest Oxygen OS 13.1, whereas this is running MIUI 14. They both are on top of Android 13 as of now. Not a huge fan of MIUI. It looks very weird, it's more chunky, it's more boxier, too many bloatwares, and also a lot of Chinese integrated applications. Even if I try to go and change my widget through the MIUI, it throws a lot of Chinese content at me. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that particularly. This one comes with Oxygen OS 13.1, which is very close to stock Android. No bloatware, nothing of that sort, no Chinese, no thing. Both do offer a lot of customization, but I personally like the Oxygen OS than the MIUI. Now the main question, right? Which one to buy? Who is the winner? So to be honest with you, they both are great smartphone. You will not regret buying either of those. However, they definitely do have certain advantage over each other. Let's say for example, if you talk about battery, I think the clear winner is the OnePlus. The 5000 mAh battery with 100-watt charging adapter, and the resolution is capped at full HD, so that kind of adds in the better battery life as well. So when it comes to battery, I would definitely prefer the OnePlus. However, if you come to the camera department, I actually like the Xiaomi a lot better. The OnePlus again, it has a lot of hardware limitations क्योंकि उसमें telephoto lens नहीं है, macro lens है. Again, it doesn't make any sense to include a macro lens anymore, and that too 2 megapixel. So that is honestly stupid. And also the ultra wide is not wide enough, at least as compared to the Xiaomi. So definitely when it comes to camera, again I will go with the Xiaomi. But when it comes to software experience, again the story changes, because the MIUI, again as I said, too much Chinese. Not really a huge fan of that, so I would prefer my OnePlus in that case. When it comes to performance, I think that's where they kind of equal. 8 Gen 1 and 8 Plus Gen 1, not a huge difference, but the 16 GB RAM does kind of adds a little bit more performance boost. Again, in day-to-day activity you will not notice it for sure, but if you kind of pixel peep and try to really drill down to the T, then you probably will observe a little bit of performance boost over the Xiaomi 12 on the 11R. So yeah, that's that guys. So now, what is your preference? It's totally up to you which one you want to buy. Again, if you want better camera, then probably the Xiaomi. But if you want overall a better experience where you are ready to compensate a bit on the camera side of things, then OnePlus would be my choice. So yeah, that's it guys. That's the complete comparison. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you have any question, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. And once again, please consider subscribing to the channel. So yeah, that's all guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.